So far in this module, we've been talking about why people even share and what things we can do to increase their willingness to share. But there's one important thing that is super critical if you want your campaign to succeed, and that is to understand your target audience, right? And that's what I want to talk about in this video. And it's really crucial to understand your audience. And as they say, whoever understands their customer best wins. And this applies to your whole business. Like, if you don't really understand your customer or your ideal customer, it's going to be really hard to create or to write an email that really, gets them, right? Or to write a Facebook ad that really gets their attention, or to create in this case, a referral campaign that they really want to share, right? Because if you don't really truly understand your audience, it's really hard to get them to do anything, right? Now, why is this a problem? Well, first of all, because we as entrepreneurs and marketers, we are obviously biased, right? If you have a business or you're working on a business, then most likely you're passionate about it, right? And you're gonna see things differently compared to someone else. You're gonna think like, oh, but who doesn't want to share this, right? Or who doesn't want to have a $50 discount? Well, I'll give you an example. You know who doesn't want to have a $50 discount of your business? Anyone who doesn't even know your business, right? So you need to convince them that they even want to become a customer before a $50 discount coupon is any valuable. Like, if I would say to you right now, like, I will give you a $50 off coupon to a shop called You, you would think like, well, I don't care because I don't want to buy anything from You, so it has zero value. If I would actually explain to you what they sell and you'd be excited about it, and you decided that you actually want to buy something, then all of a sudden it's going to be valuable to you, right? My point is, as a business owner, we are usually not as good at placing ourselves at like what would someone in our target audience think about something. We usually think about it from our own point of view, and that is usually very much biased. And that's why I wanted to dive deeper into this, because this video, it's going to help you not just for your referral campaign, but for anything that you're doing in your business, marketing related, your ads, your email, your website, new products that you're coming up, anything, right? This is something that I cannot stress enough how important this really is. So when we're creating this referral machine, we need to come up with something that your audience truly wants to share. Not you, not someone random, but your audience. They need to feel like, hey, I want to share this, right? And again, how do you even know that? Well, the first part is obviously to understand your audience better. Now, how do we do that? The obvious answer is to interact with them, right? Interact with your customers in online communities. Call them, go to conferences, go to a webinar where they have live chat. Work on your customer support. Do whatever you have to do to be in live contact with your customers. And while doing that, pay attention to what kind of questions are people asking, right? What problems do they have? Who are they, right? Go and click onto their Facebook profile and check out who they really are, because the better you can picture someone from your who is in your customer audience, like who's your ideal customer, the better you're gonna be able to do all the steps that follow, right? So once you actually have a bit of an understanding of who your actual customer is, what I highly recommend you to do, and I totally understand that this seems a bit vague and sort of off topic, but this helped me a lot over the years, is to create a customer avatar. And a customer avatar is basically a description of a fake person. Could be a real person, but usually it's a fake person who is your ideal customer. And it really is in detail, right? So the reason why this avatar is so helpful is because, again, it's really hard to really think from someone else, right? It's really hard to think like, hey, what is my customer gonna think? And then what most entrepreneurs do is they like, all right, what will all of my customers think? But that's still very hard. So if you have an avatar and you actually give it a name, like John, and like he has a wife and he's this and this old, I'll give you an example in a little bit. It's suddenly so much easier if you literally print it out before you write an email, before you write a Facebook ad, before you do anything marketing related. You look at your avatar and you ask yourself, like, would this person, like, what would they think about this, right? And I'll give you an example. of what an avatar could look like, right? So this is really just a random example. Like Peter is a 32-year-old freelance graphic designer from Seattle. He spends about 6 hours a week reading blog posts and following people on Instagram. Peter makes between $65,000 and $85,000 a year as a designer, yet feels like he doesn't really have a good grasp on how much he's going to make in the next year. So he's not sure if he should hustle for more work or tell his wife, yes, we can easily take that vacation this summer. Peter spends 5 years working for a large agency in town when he realized that he could do better on his own. He has been freelancing for 3 years now and is interested in learning about honing his business skills as well as his design skills. He's been married for 4 years and is starting to think seriously about having kids. One of his concerns about having kids is having a good grip on his family finances and feeling a sense of control over how things are going with his freelancing income. And as he learns about yourbusiness.com, he's thinking that this could be the tool that helps him gain the needed control over his finances, giving him the confidence to embrace fatherhood without financial fears. His wife is excited that they can take that vacation without Peter worrying about how much it all costs and his lost work income. Now, on itself, you may feel like this is a lot of unrelated information. And yes, not everything is going to be strictly related. You don't really mind what his wife's name would be. However, it's still important to put it in there, because if you write something like this about your ideal customer, it makes it so much easier to put yourself in their shoes. And whatever you do later on, whether it is building your referral campaign, whether it is writing an ad or doing anything else in your business, you can just look at this and what would this Peter think of this? The first time I heard this, I was kind of embarrassed. I'm like, I want to do things. I don't want to create some random fake person, but it truly does help, right? So what kind of things do you want to include when you're writing such an avatar? First of all, their background, what's their career, what's their family situation. Secondly, the demographics, age, gender, income level. But also, very important, their goals, what do they really want to go, who do they want to be, or who do they want to become. Challenges they have in their life, but also, and that's very relevant obviously for the referral program, what's their friends and social status be like? What kind of people does your avatar hang out with? Because that's also going to help you understand later on, hey, I've thought of this thing, would they actually share this? So what I really, really urge you to do right now, and right after you watch this video, is to write about 1 and 3 different avatars. So start with one, start asking yourself, who is my ideal customer, and start writing a story about who that person is, and print that out so that for whatever you're doing hereafter, you can actually use that as guidance. So this is very important. I urge you to do it, because this has been so much help in my business, and I know it's going to be a big help in your business as well.